What up, peeps? This is Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. I'm Glass.
I'm Brandon.
The best. Wake up, man. I'm Brandon.
Oh, sorry, man.
Sorry, man. What up, peeps? This is Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. I'm Glass.
I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk, about to give you another episode 86 of the 2 Cents Deposit on Sports, the place where we give you our 2 cents on the recent topics in the sports world. As always, we want to thank you for taking the time to watch the show. While you're here, go ahead and click the subscribe button to the channel so you can be alerted to all the episodes we have here at the Get With It Sports 2 YouTube channel. Everything good, bro?
Oh, yeah, everything's good.
All right, man. Hey, it's raining outside, but it's better than being 20 degrees and snow.
Right.
And we were at 50 now? I'd give it that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on to the topics. First off, we're going to stick with the NBA. If y'all didn't know, at the beginning of the week, a fan was heckling OKC Thunder's all-star guard, Russell Westbrook. Got to the point where Westbrook obliged him with his response, talking about, I will F you up, you and your wife. He got to a big old circumstance. Everybody was talking about on Twitter, all the social medias. Everybody heard what Russell Westbrook said. And I guess they did a little interrogation, evaluation, did their little due diligence, and find out that the fan said some derogatory stuff to him. I think came out that he said, get on your knees like you used to. The fan involved said, they go ice your knees like you used to, or go ice your knees. Come to find out what they asked witnesses and everybody else what actually happened, and come to find out they was on the side of Westbrook. And because of the result, the fan who was heckling provoked guard Russell Westbrook has been permanently banned from Vivint Smart Home Arena, the Utah Jazz announced Tuesday. Quote, everyone deserves the opportunity to enjoy and play the game in a safe, positive, and inclusive environment, Jazz President Steve Starks said in a statement. Quote, offensive and abusive behavior does not reflect the values of the Miller family, our organization, and the community. We all have a responsibility to respect the game of basketball and, more importantly, each other as human beings, close quote. Totally agree. Part of Monday's dispute between Westbrook and the Jazz fan was caught on video, which the perennial all-star said, I'll F you up, you and your wife. Bruh. It's just like everybody said, and like Westbrook said, you know what? You say all this type of, just because you bought the tickets, you don't give you the right to say whatever is whatever in your heart and on top of your dome. Because just like Westbrook said, we was out in the street. I know damn sure you weren't sitting on that stuff in my face. So I'll go first, give you my 2 cents. I applaud the Utah Jazz organization for doing what they're doing, giving him a lifetime ban. I thought they was going to ban him for the season, which I would have been cool with, but to give him a lifetime ban, I'm cool with that too, because that got to be, number one, that's going to be a learning lesson to you. Whether it changed you or not outside the stadium, it doesn't matter, but give the example to everybody else up in the stadium, come with that dumb shit again, you too can join. I think his name was, I had his name, Shane, I think it was. Shane Keisel, I think it is. Yeah, you can join him at home watching the game on TV. So give me your 2 cents, bro.
Yeah, he looked like an idiot too. I seen it on, I think that was Sports Center, maybe the regular news, regular news or whatever. And yeah, I prefer them to ban them for life, because that sends a message around the league, that that won't be tolerated. You pay a ticket, you're supposed to be entertained. You're not supposed to be part of the entertainment.
True that.
You know, so and that's not even being entertaining. You know, so yeah, I'm totally, you know, for what they did, and yeah, I'm glad it was Westbrook and not Ron Artest.
right. It could have been a Ron Artest situation.
Yeah.
To the point, if the NBA, or let's say the home team, I put like that, let them get away with stuff like this, it's gonna be another one, because it's gonna be a point where it's gonna be a boiling point where players gonna be like, man, F this. I'm gonna handle my business since y'all not gonna handle it. Since just like I think Raymond Felton said, you know, when he gave his, you know, 2 cents on what he seen what was happening while he was sitting on the bench. It was like, you know what? This fan said what he said. The fan said what he said, and the security just sat there. He said he seen him, and turned his head. He said, "You're not doing your job. You're supposed to be protecting us from the fans, from the rowdy fans, just like this individual."
So let me ask you this: should the security guard that was in that section be disciplined if we find out he had heard this and did nothing?
I'll put it to you like this. Okay, I ain't gonna say no harsh discipline, but this your warning. Mm-hmm. See what happened. You see what we did with the fan, but you supposed to be stepping in, doing your job, pointing out the individual that said what he said, and handling it. Whether it's giving them, I guess they got cards they hand out now to give, you know, warning cards, I guess it's called. Do what you're supposed to be doing. Because if you get to the point where a player come up there, yes, okay, the player gonna get fined, get suspended, all that stuff. But we're gonna have to fire you, because if you did your job, we wouldn't have to worry about the players doing what we got to do with the player. Kind of get what I'm saying? Right. And I was gonna say something about that situation. Because I think Felton came out. Thabo Sefolosha from the Utah Jazz came out. Donovan Mitchell came out saying, no, they love the city and everything. They love the fans, but, you know, y'all overstepping your boundaries. Y'all need to just go ahead and sit down and enjoy the game. No, you know, you can boo us, do whatever you got to say, but, you know, don't be direct, you know, having excessive and derogatory statements saying towards us, because you act like we can't, you know, we can't come back and come get you.
Right.
And so I'm glad it turned out like it turned out. Now, I'm going to tell you right now. When it first came out, I was in the middle, because Russell Westbrook, even though he said he had problems with the Utah fans, I'm like, maybe you heard him wrong. Then when the gentleman came out, and I use that lightly, when he came out and said that, you know, I told him to ice his knees, and the first game for my wife to come in and woo, woo, woo. I was like, okay, maybe Russell heard him wrong, until the Utah Jazz organization did their due diligence and did, you know, had eyewitness accounts and all that stuff. Now they knew who to blame and did what they had to do. So I'm glad the Utah Jazz did that, because, like I said, it could be his what he said, and the truth. And I think
right.
I think the Utah Jazz found out what the truth was. So congratulations to the Utah Jazz. I'm glad you did what you did. And hopefully that give further, like you said, give an example to other fans. Sit in your seats and enjoy this game. You can yell, laugh, and boo and clap all you want. Just don't go toward, don't attack the player.
Yeah, you can go and get personal or whatever. Man, kids or family ain't got nothing to do with the game or whatever.
Exactly.
So, especially nowadays where you got stalkers and idiots going around doing stuff. You just never know. You know, you never know.
Right. And I forgot whenever, you know, when I knew it was serious, and I'm going to end it on this. But Russell Westbrook said, on all I love, I'm going to F you up. Dude, whenever when they say on my mama, on my kids, on all I love, it just turned to a whole nother situation.
Right.
Morals out the windows, cares out the windows, and so we're going to scrap.
All I love.
All I love, I'm going to F you up, you and your wife. I said, damn. Now, that's another thing. All right, Russell. You know you're mad, and maybe the wife did say something, but you got to take females about the equation, man. that rubbed me the wrong way.
Well, you know, he fixed that in the interview. You know, he was like, he ain't never hit no woman. He wasn't going, you know, but she was mouthing off at the time too. You know, so. I mean, what kind of person go to the game like that and talk crazy like that? You and your wife, you know.
The wife might have said, you know, and my wife said, I wouldn't be mad because the wife probably backed up the husband. She's probably just as ignorant as he is.
Yeah, she co-signed it. Yeah.
But no, don't bring the wife in. Just let her watch you whooping his ass. That's all I'm saying. All right, man. Speaking of people getting banned, lifetime ban, New York Knicks owner James Dolan has permanently banned a fan from Madison Square Garden who heckled him to sell the team following the 102-94 loss to Sacramento Kings on March 9th. During Tuesday's, now this is what I didn't find out to the end. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. During Tuesday's edition of the Michael Kay Show, Dolan accused the fan of ambushing him in an effort to make a video that could be sold. He later added that there's video evidence showing the fan moving from one side of the building to the other. Quote, until we found out about the whole setup, what I was thinking is that we'd invite him back to the next game, take him back and have him meet the team and see what was going on, said Dolan, according to the Yes Network. Quote, give him a sense of, you know, hey, look, you know what? We're doing very well. You're reading too much. You're reading too much of the daily news. That was what we were thinking of doing. So what he's saying was he's gonna bring him. Nah, you know what? Thinking about it right now, watching the video, that was too quick. You wasn't thinking about all that.
No, he wasn't thinking.
He was walking out the stadium and the dude said, "Sell the team." No. That was no, man. Okay, you know what? You full of shit, James Dolan. Because he was walking out, the man said, "Yeah, sell the team." He beelined his way towards the gentleman and said, "Sell the team. Why don't you just watch from home from now on?" You know, with his old corny self, man. He's like, "What?" He said, "What? I'm just making a statement." It's like, "Okay, that's fine." He said something like, "Well, from now on, watch the statement on TV. Watch the games on TV," and walked out and pointed to security who the guy was. So all this BS you just said right here, man, miss me with all that. All I know is the NBA need to step in and rectify the situation. So you mean to tell me, like, we just got through talking about how a fan in Utah was derogatory, using excessive language towards Russell Westbrook. Now we got a fan just saying, "Sell the team." You gonna give him a lifetime ban? That's not a good look, especially for that owner right there. So my thing is, I think the NBA needs to step in, have a meeting with James Dolan, and tell him to get some tougher skin, man. Because if you think this is gonna be the last time, now what's gonna happen to the next game when they lose and the whole crowd tell him to sell the team? So what now? You gonna ban everybody in the stadium? Come on, man.
No, but he done banned that one person. You know, so no.
So you G for it?
No, I don't agree with it. I think it's. I'm not saying that fan wasn't trying to make no video or nothing like that, but I'm saying that wasn't James Dolan's intent at that time. You know, it was get him out of here. He ain't never coming back. So then after that further investigation, okay, well, I can use this and spin this as to why I banned him. You know, so it won't seem so malicious, you know. But he need thicker skin, or just don't be down there, you know, when doing the games or whatever. You know, that's why they have suites for the owner suites and all that stuff. You don't have to be down there, you know. So, but it's his team, his building. He can be in the bathroom. He can be anywhere he want to be. But you're gonna hear it. You know, you're gonna hear these tickets cost.
I'm sure this ain't the first time you heard it.
No, it's not. That was frustration, you know. Mm-hmm. But fans paying upwards of $100 for these tickets. they gonna say what they want to say, you know, as long as it's concerning the sport. You know, so I get it. I get it, but I think he was just more so frustrated at what was happening, whatever. And that's why he did what he did. You know, I don't think he was gonna know. We're just gonna take him back to the locker room for what?
To meet the team. The man that told you to sell the team, you're gonna show him to meet the team. And another thing, you say you got video capture of him coming from one end of the arena to the other end of the arena. Maybe he's so just as you. Maybe he's so into the team. He had to make. Yeah, okay. If I sit on one end of the stadium and I see you at the over there, and I can't stand the product that you put on the field, I can't stand how you doing the team, my favorite team. Yes, I'm gonna walk my ass all the way over to the other side to tell you, give you my peace of mind. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm sure that happened more than once in a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, dude, just know that you a shitty owner. You don't care about the team. You was inherited this team and the TV corporation that you got. Man, I ain't gonna say sell the team, but have somebody up in there to know what they're doing, number one. Number two, get thick skin because this ain't going to be the first and this ain't going to be the last. Simple as that. But I do think the NBA needs to step in. Because all he said was sell the team. There was nothing derogatory about that. That's all I'm saying.
Right. So, right. You're right.
All right.
Nothing derogatory about that.
Exactly. So, yeah, that was two opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to getting about lifetime bans. One is deservedly so. The other one is like, come on, man, stop it. All right, man, let's jump into the NFL because a lot of stuff jumped off in the past couple of days since the opening of, even before the opening of the new NFL year, which was Wednesday. Stuff was jumping off on Tuesday. As soon as midnight struck on Wednesday, everything was up in the air. So, all right, man. First off, Le'Veon Bell and the New York Jets have united. The former Pittsburgh Steelers running back accepted a deal with the New York Jets. Bell, who sat out the entire 2018 seasons while refusing to sign the franchise tag with the Steelers, will reportedly receive a 4-year, $52.5 million deal with a max value of $61 million and $35 million in guaranteed money to join New York. The former second-round pick out of Michigan State will receive just north of $13 million per season, placing him behind only Todd Gurley in terms of annual average among running backs. He topped 1,200 rushing yards and 75 receptions 3 different times over the 5-year stretch, earning himself a trip to the Pro Bowl on each occasion. The 27-year-old ability to make plays in all facets of the offensive game gives the Jets a cornerstone talent to feature alongside second-year quarterback Sam Darnold. All right, bro. Well, let's go ahead and get this little debate going on because I know how you feel about contracts. I know how you feel about the NFL. I know how you feel about franchise tags. Do you think, and I've heard of this debate, Le'Veon Bell won or lost this battle? Let me start first. I know he lost $14 million in the franchise tag. But this is what I got to say with that. It wasn't even about the money. It was about the disrespect. Sometimes you be like, F the money, man. You're not going to treat me like this. I'll get my money another way. So to me, it's a win on him for some fact he sat out a year, got his body healed. Number 2, made a statement. Whether it's good or bad, I'm with him. Not all running backs could do this. Only the elite talent, which is Le'Veon Bell, could do this. Make the statement like, man, you're not going to franchise tag me twice. So you disrespecting me. I understand 1 time. 2 times? No. I want a long-term deal. Don't shake your head right now, bro. I want a long-time deal. I want me a long-time deal. I want guaranteed money. Now, somebody hit me up in the morning. Shout out to Nick. I can't remember Nick's last name, but he hit me up first thing in the morning saying, I'll pull it up when I see a chance. Like, okay, he gave up I guess he said Pittsburgh offered him $50-some million. But to me, it ain't the money, it's the guarantee. And I heard recently it was $10 million guaranteed. So he trashed that, and he got $35 million guaranteed on a 4-year deal instead of a 5-year deal. So to me, it's a win-win. It's a win, maybe a half a win for Le'Veon Bell for doing what he did. Yes, he lost $14 million, but he got $35 million guaranteed. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, bro. Give me your 2 cents. I know it's coming.
Okay. So, right, he lost $14 million by sitting out.
Mm-hmm.
And he took the chance off the board of getting injured last year because, hell, he didn't really play.
They was going to run his ass to the ground. You know that. Okay.
So, in that regards, it's a win for him. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a win for him in that regards. You know, he got the $35 million guaranteed. To me, I think it was still more so about the money. The respect only went so far because, like I said, that's the league. You know, that BS is in their contract or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he's not the only one, you know, that has to deal with it. People before him had to deal with it and came out on top. You know, and unless they change, it's gonna be players after him that have to deal with it. I mean, so far it worked. It worked for him. It ain't gonna always work for anybody else that pull it or whatever.
Right.
I don't see it. You know. So he got $35 million guaranteed. He's on the New York Jets team that's not winning. They're not a playoff team even with him. You know. So, you know, rings don't take care of you after football. The contracts do, the money do. Mm-hmm. So in that respect, yeah, he did good, you know. I mean, he got what he was looking for, I guess. You know, which is the guaranteed $35 million, $61 million in value, you know. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Here I found the statement I got from Nick A. Ficarelli II. Shouts out to him. He got his own show. I think actually it's a very good show. But this is what he hit me up in the morning. He said Steelers offered 5 years, $70 million with an annual average of $14 million a year, and $35 million guaranteed. I don't think it was $35 million. I think it was $10 million. He says no. I want more, and decides to sit out a full season to make a point that he is worth more. On March 12th, 2019, Bell signs a 4-year, $52 million deal, an average of $13 million a year, and he got his numbers wrong, and $33 million guaranteed. So he's going to make less money than he's worth. Can someone enlighten me here on this decision? Were things really that bad in Pittsburgh with Ben? Or did he really severely overplay his hand to the point of no return? Well, Nick, I think your numbers are wrong because I keep hearing it was guaranteed $10 million from Pittsburgh. Even though the numbers could be right, 5 years, $70 million. That's a stretch of what he signed of 4 years, $52 million with $35 million guaranteed. And then take the numbers away. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes in Pittsburgh, and it's funny that my daughter is a diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Mm-hmm. She's trying to understand. I do believe what Antonio Brown saying is Big Ben got say on what's going on. He could say whatever he wants with any repercussions coming towards him. That's the reason Antonio Brown did what he did. Neither here nor there. That's how Pittsburgh Steelers run. They're going to have to bounce back from this. You lost a top quality, a top 1, top 2, top 3 wide receiver. You lost a top 1, top 2 running back.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to evaluate what's going on in your company because you're losing players that's quality players that's not standing up for what they're doing. Now, let me ask you this real quick. With the Le'Veon Bell move, you think that's going to open up doors for other people and Antonio Brown move? Is that going to open up doors for players that are like, you know what, I ain't going to stand for this. I'm going to make a ruckus and get myself out of here because Antonio Brown still had 3 years left on his deal. He ran out of his guaranteed money, He made a ruckus. Now he got guaranteed money. So that's showing other players like, okay, if I'm running out of my guaranteed money, even though I got 3 years left on my contract, number one, don't sign that contract. That's the way I see it. Because if you're running out of your money, and you got 3 years left in your contract, and we know what Pittsburgh Steelers going to do, or any NFL team, they're going to run you down to the ground. So I guess my thing is this going to open up doors for other players to do this?
It's a possibility. It's a very strong possibility that can be a trend, you know. So what else can be done about it? Mm-hmm. What can be done about it? You know,
I believe in a couple of years, when the CBA is up, it's going to be a lot of changes done here. And like I said this before, all you players need to save your money because I see a strike coming. And I think if you pull your bluff, show your bluff to the owners, maybe the owners will change. Like, okay, maybe we need to change some of the stuff because things are changing around here. We can't keep franchising tagging people with the same player twice. Maybe we can only do it once. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care what anybody said. Franchise tag me the first time, I get it. You don't have enough money to pay me. You gotta pay these other players. Cool. Franchise tag me twice, we got problems. But now you telling me you just gonna shortchange me from a long-term deal that I'm looking for, and I can't go out and explore the market. That's what the second one shows me.
Okay.
So I mean, this needs to be changed. I'm happy for, I'm with the players every day, all day when it comes to NFL. Get your money, do the best you can. Now, do I agree with the way Antonio Brown did it? Nope, but it worked. So hey.
Yeah, it worked. Now, what if they spread the guaranteed money out?
Do what you got to do. I just got to make sure I got guaranteed money. And $35 million, I don't care how you spread it out. Okay, we could decide that too. But it's guaranteed. Yeah, whether it's the front end, the back end, or you spread it out evenly, do what you got to do. It's up to me to learn how to manage that money that I'm guaranteed.
Right.
So I think not even somebody's money getting. I think our Bears Khalil Mack's money getting restructured. See,
right.
That's the problem. Okay. There's a plus and a minus for the team for doing so. But once we got the guaranteed money, if I have a problem with the restructuring, we ain't gonna restructure. I get it. You got other people to pay on the team. Because soon enough, Mitch Trubisky gonna be you got this last year his rookie deal, right?
How long is the rookie deal?
2019? Isn't it 3 years or is it 4 years?
I think it's 4.
4? Okay, we got a little time.
I think it's 4.
Okay. 4th year option. I got that. Could be. But it's like that's not my problem. If I'm the best player, one of the best players on this team, you gotta respect me.
They're compensating for it.
Exactly. Or let me go in the free market. That's that second franchise tag that bothers me, man. You keeping me from making the money I deserve to make. I'm already on a rookie deal. I overplayed my rookie deal. You franchise tag me. I got that. The second one, we having problems.
Right. I agree with that.
Okay. I agree with that. All right, man. Cool. All right. I think we was going to get along on that situation, but it's good. It's good. Yeah. All right, man. All right. This is the one that got me. Because when I was on my computer, I was on my phone doing something, maybe playing around on Instagram. And it popped up like around 7 on Tuesday night? Yeah, 7 on Tuesday night. Odell Beckham traded to the Browns. I said, no, this is some bullshit right here. I got to investigate this. I turned the channel to NFL Network. I said, oh, my God. That's when I text you like, yo, did you know about this?
Right.
New York Giants trade wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. to the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns are going all in. The trade was happening. In return, the Giants will receive the Browns' 2019 first-round pick, which is number 17. It's number 17 overall, as well as Cleveland's second third-round pick, which is number 19 overall, in this year's draft, plus safety Jabrill Peppers. Bruh, what the hell is Dave Gettleman doing in New York Now, somebody on Twitter put up, he said that, how did it go? We're not going to trade Odell Beckham because of this money that we gave him. They just gave him a new extension.
He just got it right. Just got an extension.
He said this extension doesn't mean we're going to trade Odell Beckham. Then, lo and behold, you trade Odell Beckham. What is his game plan? He says they do have a game plan, but you get rid of Olivier Vernon. You got rid of, there was another defensive player. Get rid of Odell Beckham, one of the top receivers in the league. And this is the plan. He's still $21 million on dead cap space. Odell Beckham with the trade. What are you doing? And if that's the case, why the hell you get rid of Odell Beckham and you keep Eli Manning, who's $23 million of dead cap space? What is the goddamn plan? Can you clear this up for me? Because I don't understand it. I'm glad for the Browns. We'll talk about that in a minute. What is Odell Beckham doing? Dave Gettleman doing with the New York Giants?
He don't have a plan. He don't have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I still think Cleveland made out on this deal. Mm-hmm. You know, Giants. Giant fans woke up like, turning their TV off and on.
Woo! They were heated.
You know, so I mean, and if I'm not mistaken, either by the end of this week or next week, if Eli's still on the roster, he get $5 million, signing bonus or whatever.
Yep.
So I don't know what the fuck this guy thinking. I mean, you got the number one running back in the league. You got one of the top 3 receivers in the league. And why is you holding on to this old decrepit ass quarterback
who has 3 losing seasons in a row?
He show flashes of 1 or 2 games a year, and it's like, okay, he back. Okay. He's back, and don't nothing change. So I have no idea what their game plan is. I'd be lying if I said I did. Hell, he the owner. He'll be lying if he said he did.
No, he's the GM.
I mean, yeah, the GM. So, well, hell, the owner letting them do it.
Right. That was my point. That was my next point, rather. I think they might hire Gettleman because they knew they effing up and they need a scapegoat. They let him do what he got to do. Because there's no way you can tell me I'm going to sign this man for X amount of money, I don't know how much it is that Odell Beckham got. Then to trade him the following year and to keep Eli. So I think Gettleman is the scapegoat. He's going to take all the bullets and arrows that's going to be hit at him. They starting from scratch. They're going to have to start from scratch. I think it'd be wrong for them not to get a quarterback in this draft class. You got to get an heir apparent. You should have got an heir apparent 3 years ago.
Right.
You should have got Sam Darnold instead of Saquon Barkley. Nothing against Saquon Barkley, but you needed a quarterback because this quarterback ain't working.
Okay, let me ask you this. With Donald, he's in New York.
Yeah.
Okay. Arizona quarterback.
John Rosen.
Yeah, they just drafted last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
his name is Josh.
Right. So now everybody feel like Arizona's going after Kyler Murray, right?
Right.
Okay. If you the Giants, do you send your pick over there to Arizona for this quarterback?
Good question. Now, do I could either send my pick over there to get Josh Rosen, or I can move up in the draft to go after, I just had his name, from Ohio State.
I know you.
Shucks. The quarterback from Ohio State. But I'll move up to try to get him. I think he's built for New York. That's just my thinking.
Interesting. Okay.
Anyway it goes, I got to get a quarterback out of this this draft, some way, somehow.
Okay.
That's my brain fraud of the day. All right. So now, with that being said, so back to Cleveland. Not Cleveland got a squad. They had a squad that had potential last year. This year, I ain't gonna say they Super Bowl bound, but they could and should run the AFC North. Last year they finished AFC North. They finished in third place with a 7-8-1 record. This year, they're gonna be making moves. You got Baker Mayfield, Nick Chubb. You just picked up Kareem Hunt. You had Jarvis Landry already. You picked up Odell Beckham. And then you have who's the tight end Ndoku with a defensive squad that's legit with Myles Garrett leading the way. Let me ask you this. Do they run the AFC North with the squad they have now?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, you know what? And I credit Baltimore Ravens, even though they got rid of Weddle. They got rid of Suggs. They had Mobley. But they picked up Earl Thomas, picked up a running back, Mark Ingram from the Saints. They're making some moves, but I don't think it's enough for Wade, the young and talented Cleveland Browns looking right now.
It's on paper.
Right.
It's still on paper. You know, we got to see how the quarterback do with all these newfound weapons.
And we got to see if the new head coach is able to make it all work.
Yeah, exactly.
But I have to say, the way it's looking right now, they could run the AFC North. I'm not gonna say Super Bowl, y'all. That's too early. I've heard some, Cleveland Browns, the euphoria, got them all charged up and everything. I got that. Right. But you will run the AFC North.
Well, on paper, they supposed to. Exactly. They're better. They're better. Who's that division over there?
Cincinnati Bengals, Baltimore Ravens,
Pittsburgh. Right. Yeah, they're better than all three of them teams on paper right now. Pittsburgh probably is gonna finish last in this division.
Yeah. They lost too much. They lost too much to me.
Cincinnati, they gonna fight for last.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, they're right. They had a hell of a September like they usually do. Mm-hmm. And then don't do shit the rest of the way. Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. We got the list, the free agent tracker right here. I got the top 15. I think I had 50, but I just pulled out the top 15 because that's like the important ones to me. Landon Collins from the Giants to Washington. 6 years, $84 million, bruh. So he just jumped from the Giants over to Washington. Washington defense was pretty legit. I think I just heard, if I'm mistaken, they re-signed Adrian Peterson for an extra 2 more years. I don't know how old is he? He about 30 what? 33 right now, 32 on the wrong side of 30, but he's a freak of nature, so I can expect that. What you think about that
one? Yeah, he went to the competition.
Now he back there with Josh Gordon, right? He in the backfield with Josh Gordon.
Yeah,
that's pretty legit right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's gonna be tough.
$84 million, 6 years, 85. I don't know what's the guarantee, but he ain't gonna see all that money.
No.
I think he's 23.
Right. Again, how much of it is guaranteed? Because that's what he's gonna see.
Right.
Yeah.
So Trent Brown, offensive tackle from the Patriots, move on to the Raiders. Reportedly 4 years, $66 million. Good move for the Raiders. I still don't agree with how Gruden got rid of Khalil Mack, Amari Cooper. So, okay, let's talk about that real quick. You get rid of Amari Cooper and you picked up Antonio Brown. Isn't Amari Cooper younger?
Yeah.
He wasn't okay. Maybe because he wasn't as consistent. Because I think he had a bad year, not last year, but the year before. Last year when he got traded to Dallas, maybe it was a new atmosphere. He was balling when he got to Dallas. Maybe because he wasn't consistent, and Antonio Brown is more consistent. You know what I'm saying? I think for the 6 years he been balling. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what you're looking for. You know he a hard worker. I get that. But I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the Raiders, but then again, I don't really care. I'm a Denver Bronco fan. Long as they under us, I'm all good. But that didn't make sense to me, but maybe it's something I need to step back and let it happen. So I'm impressed with that pickup. Trent Brown, give offensive tackle, give Derek Carr some time. What you think about that one? $66 million? Where you get that money from? I'm just saying.
They got money under the cap. They got rid of a lot of people, so they ain't spending no money.
No, that's true. That's true.
They got money in draft picks, so they ain't spending nothing.
They have a lot of draft picks. They got 3 first rounders, if I ain't mistaken.
You know, so I mean, that guy got a 10-year deal. I don't know what his game plan is either. But right now it's shaping up to be pretty much, like it was before the Raiders when they had that offense, but they couldn't stop nobody, And they're outscoring everybody in the second half or the fourth quarter or whatever. Right. But that's looked like he building some. It looked like he's just replacing the same players he getting rid of.
Right.
So exactly. I don't know what's again. I don't know what that game plan is over there. I'm sure he got one.
Right.
I just don't know what the hell it is.
Right. Yeah. We'll see. Another one that sparked my interest was Tyrann Mathieu, free safety for the Texans. He moved on to the Kansas City Chiefs. 3 years, $42 million. I forgot how much was guaranteed. I think it's 20-something million guaranteed. But that's a good move I still say that's a good move because even though they got rid of Eric Berry, which is one of my favorites, they released him yesterday. I thought he's gonna be a matchup in the backfield with Tyrann Mathieu. But it's a good move for the Chiefs. But the Chiefs they lost Dee Ford to the 49ers, and they cut Justin Houston. So I guess they're trying to you know what? It's a good move long term because you're gonna have to free up some of that money because you got to pay Patrick Mahomes when his time coming next year. I think so. You got to do what you got to do. You got to cut the fat in order to keep the players that you need to keep. Justin Houston, he's long in the tooth. He's at least an 8-year veteran, so I can see why they had to do what they had to do with that one. But what you think about the move of Tyrann Mathieu going from the Texans to the Chiefs? Texans gonna miss that guy in the backfield.
Yeah, they're gonna miss him, but the Chiefs, they need him.
Yeah,
they need him, and then a whole lot more. Back there. So. That's definitely a good start for the Chiefs. The Texans, that's a step down because I don't know that. I don't think they got nobody to replace him.
Not that I know of, unless you get him out to draft or there's somebody on that bench. But it ain't gonna match up to what Mathieu can give you on the field. He was basically the leader of the defense.
Now Eric Berry, he's okay. He just got released yesterday,
so he's out there.
Oh, he's out there.
But you know what? He going to have to take a pay cut because I think the fact that he's always injured, I know he's great when he's on the field, but he just can't. I think he came off of Achilles, if I'm mistaken. He had cancer a few years ago, and I think something happened to him this season where he couldn't come back soon enough. So, yeah, the injury bug is definitely messing him up in his money. So I don't know who's going. I believe somebody will pick him up, but for a lesser price. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. Last one that's just blaring to me right here on this list. Nick Foles, quarterback for the Eagles, went over to the Jaguars for 4 years, $88 million deal. I think it's 60-something guaranteed, if I'm mistaken. Good move for the Jaguars, who just released Blake Bortles, I think this morning. With that move, where does that move the Jaguars in where they at? AFC South, who has the Texans, Colts, Titans, and them. Now, we already said Houston won the division, 11-5 record. Colts second and 10-6 record. I cannot see, even with Nick Foles, I can't see them beating the Colts. I think the Colts will win the division next year with the lineup that they got. But would that move them from the bottom, past the Titans, past the Texans?
No, because like I said a while ago, Nick Foles a fucking backup for a reason.
You did.
All right?
Yes, you did say that.
He's a backup who hit a big payday. Is he better than Bortles? Hell yeah, he's better than him. I just don't think, he got 16 games in his repertoire. I ain't seen it. You ain't seen it. Ain't nobody seen it. Right. So he got the payday. I don't know how much is guaranteed or whatever. And that Jacksonville window, it may have closed. It may have closed. They wasn't as dominant last year as they had on defense as they were in the past. They shown flashes at times, but they just weren't. They don't have the running game that they had before.
Okay.
Who the fuck is Nick Foles throwing to?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's like, okay, you put him over there because he was hot or whatever. He should have moved him. I said maybe last year. Probably would have got the same type of money, but I just don't see Nick Foles doing it. For 16 games, I think they still may finish in last place in that division.
Okay. Good point. I can't say nothing against that. I totally agree. They have a run game. The run game need to wake up from last year because they was asleep. Like you said, I don't know who he could throw to, but they're gonna have to make some moves. They had to make some moves, and I think that was the right move to get started on building.
They had switch quarterbacks. They definitely had to do that.
Right. So we have to see. And before we leave, the Ohio State quarterback I was trying to figure out is Dwayne Haskins.
Oh, right.
So that's who I said the Giants need to move up and try to get if they can't get Kyler Murray. So Dwayne Haskins, I apologize for forgetting your name, man, but you the man. I like him better than Dwayne Haskins. I mean, I like him better than Kyler Murray. That's just me. So
okay.
All right, bro. Unless you have anything else to say.
No, on your list, on this list of 15 right here. Now, what sticks out to me on this list is the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
And all their defensive acquisitions. The Bears left a bad taste in their mouth last year.
Yeah. Who got Darius Smith?
Yeah. They got both Smith. They got Preston Smith, Darius Smith.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And they actually grabbed Adrian Amos from the Bears. Last year they was trying to get Fuller.
Yeah.
But so they picked up people on their defense along this year.
Bears better take note, man, because they making moves. They got rid of the head coach. Got a new head coach. Got new players on defense.
Yeah. So we're gonna. It's gonna be interesting in the division. I think they're gonna fight. This year. I still think the Bears are better than them.
Okay.
But I still think it's gonna it's still gonna be interesting just because the Bears schedule alone. Period.
Right.
Their first place schedule. So
good luck. That's true. I forgot all about that. Even though I had it on here, I just passed up all these Packers moves. Was 3 of them right there?
They got 3 of them right here. Yeah.
Woo. Yeah. So we gonna be all right.
Oh yeah.
So, all right, bro. unless you have anything else, which was good. That's a good lookout right there. We go close shop. Good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. The crew here at Get With It Sports want to thank you for taking the time to watch the 2 Cent Deposit Sports podcast while you're here. Once again, while you're here, don't forget to click the subscribe button so you can be alerted to all the new episodes we have here on the Get With It Sports 2 YouTube channel. You can find us on Twitter, me at Get With It Sports, my partner here in crime, Brandon at LEB412. Read our posts on our blog page at getwithitsports.wordpress.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, at /Get With It Sports. Now, at Get With It, /Get With It Sports. Or contact us via email at getwithitsports2, that's the number 2 @gmail.com. Shout out to our Urban Arena affiliates. If you like what we have here for your sports talk entertainment at Get With It Sports, check out our brothers at Team Board TV, which includes Big Q, JB, and the lovely Bernie B. And AA Sports, Straight Sports, No Chaser with Diego Barishnikov, the Black Dominican Russian, and Uncle Hate, the 6' under post-up champ. Urban Arena crew can give you what you need every week for your sports fix while you are on the go. Once again, this your boy Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk. As always, be good, be safe, get with it.